Hello and welcome to Breathwork Bestie, the podcast that makes breathwork accessible. My name is Crystal Rose. I'm a transformation coach and breathwork facilitator, and I am your host on this beautiful journey through breathwork. If you are new here or new to breathwork in general, I highly recommend you go back to our very first episode to get yourself feeling comfortable. If you've been with us before, welcome back. Now let's get started.
Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Paige, Allison, and I am your Breathwork Bestie for today. The theme for today is inviting in, connecting with, and releasing resistance. So today I invite you to get curious with resistance. When I say that, what just happened in your body? Did your stomach drop? Did your jaw clench? Did your throat feel tight? Did your body feel like it needed to brace for impact? Isn't that interesting how your body reacted to simply hearing me say the word resistance and talk about the theme? Resistance can feel heavy in the body, and our thoughts can race around, and sensations in our body can almost take over. And even resisting resistance can take so much physical, emotional, and mental energy from us. It's almost like we dig our heels in and work against resistance, and our thoughts are not always kind when it comes to resistance. Resistance can appear whenever we are trying something new. We start something new with the best intentions, and then we run into resistance. Always know that emotions are messengers. Sometimes we don't want to hear or understand the message, so we ignore, avoid, and even resist, attempting to slow down to hear the message. You may even feel resistance to allowing yourself to slow down today, to get curious with resistance, and that is a message in and of itself. So I ask you, what are you really resisting? And how can resistance be a gift? What if resistance is asking you to lean in and not lean out? It takes courage to really sit with our feelings to understand the energy of an emotion. Allowing yourself to invite in the emotion and embrace it and then express it and allow it to move through is a practice. Suppressing feelings that we tend to avoid, like resistance, or maybe even sadness or anger or frustration, over time can chip away at our mind-body connection. Feelings want and need to be felt. Humans are meant to feel the full spectrum of emotion, and learning to do that can feel uncomfortable and powerful at the same time. All that is required is to simply listen, be still, and feel the energy of that emotion. So today, I'm going to invite you to meet your resistance and welcome it in to understand its message and to allow yourself to lean in. So today, I'm going to invite yourself to welcome your resistance and bring it close enough to have a conversation with it, to hear its message, and to allow yourself to experience resistance in a different way, in a welcoming way, in a way that is not fear-based, in a way that will allow it to move through you and out, in a way that brings curiosity and expansion. The breath pattern today will be the halo active breath, and we will use two variations. The first will be an inhale and exhale through the nose, simple. An invitation at the top of that inhale to pause slightly before you let the exhale go. This is gentle and balancing to the body when you add a little bit of a pause at the top. And then as we progress, I will invite you to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And bring in an audible sigh. Bring in a scream. Bring in a growl, whatever your body is asking for. And bringing in that sigh or bringing in Any audible exhale actually allows more energy and activation, but it's also balancing. So always know that you get to choose what feels good for you in the moment. I will guide you, and you can feel free to follow me or feel free to do what your body is asking for. You get to create your experience today. Always remember that breath work is a physical and an emotional practice. And remember that all parts of you are welcome here. And if your body wants to bring in movement, allow yourself to move, which may look like shaking hands in the air, rocking your hips, shaking your legs, whatever it may look like. So if you choose to do the practice today lying down, if you have a pillow and a blanket handy, I would encourage you to grab that to be comfortable. If you choose to sit up, please have your head and neck supported, and of course, have a blanket handy if you choose. And now before I invite you to close down your eyes, I'd like you to just take a look around the space where you are. Connect with the space where you are right now. See the walls, see the corners of the walls, wherever you are. And know where you are right now is safe. So as you start to connect with that surface beneath you, notice how your body feels right now. And just notice the areas of your body that may feel a little tight. Notice any areas of your body that may feel expanded or open. And also notice your natural breath. How does it feel? How does that breath feel moving in and out of your body? And as you're connecting with that natural breath, notice if that breath is actually holding resistance. Does it feel stuck? Is it moving freely? Just notice. Now I invite you to close down your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And allow your forehead to release. And your eyes to fall back in their sockets. And your cheeks to be soft. And your jaw to release. If you need to wiggle that jaw, feel free. Now down into your shoulders. If they feel hunched up, allow them to drop away. Down into your chest and your belly and your hips. Allow that whole area to be soft. Allow that natural breath to help you soften. And down across your legs, into your ankles, tops of your feet, and into your toes. Give your toes a little wiggle. Now down into the soles of your feet and up into your calves and your hamstrings and your glutes. And notice if you're clenching your glutes. If you are, let them go. You're fully supported. The surface beneath you is holding you. Now into the lower back. And as you start to go up the back, I want you to notice how your back physically feels. Does it feel tight? Does it feel tired? How does it feel? As you move up, just imagine each vertebrae releasing one at a time. Now the back of your head. If your head is on a pillow, notice how your head feels supported by that pillow. And allow your head to be heavy. And now I invite you to zoom out. Pretend that you're standing above your body and you're looking down at your body. Where do you see resistance right now? Where is it? Is it in your throat? Is it in your chest, in your heart space? Is it in your belly, your solar plexus area? Is it in your root? Is it in your feet? Allow yourself to connect with those parts that are feeling that resistance. Still allowing that natural breath to guide you right now. That's it. Now in a moment, I'm going to invite you to start your halo active breath, the inhale and the exhale through the nose, inviting in that slight pause at the top of that inhale before you release the exhale. So when that feels right for you, I invite you to start that breath pattern. Beautiful. Nice and soft and gentle. Allowing the body to move the breath. Letting that body do the work. Opening up to the breath. And even start to notice how those parts that you identified that are holding resistance, how are they starting to shift or not shift? Just notice. And connect with the rhythm of that breath. The flow of the breath in your body. That's it. And maybe even notice inviting in that slight hesitation at the top. If you feel resistant to hesitating at the top, if you feel like you want to push the breath, let yourself slow down. Get curious as to why you feel you need to be fast. And just let that breath move in and out. No agenda. intention of sending that breath down into the body. And imagine that breath just creating space a little at a time. And as you inhale, focus on the rise of your belly. And as you exhale, focus on the fall of your belly. And if it helps to place a hand or hands on your belly to connect with that movement, give yourself permission to connect with your stomach and feel the rise and fall. And as you're breathing, I invite you to see yourself sitting across from resistance. What does it look like? Is it a color? Does it have a texture? Just notice it. Give yourself permission to acknowledge it, to see it. Allow yourself to lean in as much as you are ready to do so right now. Now give yourself permission to walk over to that resistance and to pick it up and bring it with you. If you need to sit down, imagine yourself sitting down and holding that resistance in your lap. Look at it and connect to it. And as you do that, if you notice your breath cadence change, get curious about that. What is blocking you from slowing down to allow yourself to connect with that resistance? You are safe. You are safe to breathe. You're safe to feel. You're safe to be in your body. And as you're deepening that connection with resistance, start to notice the sensations in your body. And you're acknowledging that resistance when you're looking at it. And using that breath, create space inside to allow that resistance to drop into that space. And allow that opening to happen at your own pace. Now those parts of you that you saw that were holding resistance, was it really resistance that it was holding? Or was it fear? Was it doubt? Create space for resistance. Create space to hold that resistance right now. Let your body experience it in a welcoming way. You get to decide how much you want to lean in right now. Use that breath. That's it. Maybe that edges of resistance, maybe that texture that it had, maybe the shape that it had, maybe it looks like a puzzle piece, and you're figuring out how to place that piece of the puzzle to make it fit, and that's okay. Get curious about how you can allow yourself to let resistance land, how you can lean in and not lean out. Stay with yourself. Stay with your breath. Our breath is our most intimate way that we have of connecting to ourselves and our bodies. Let that breath be a bridge from your mind to your body. And now notice the sensations in your body as you connect a little deeper at your own pace with resistance. How might those sensations be changing? How might that body be opening to welcome in that resistance? Letting yourself explore. Letting yourself be curious. And if there's a part of you that is feeling a little bit more apprehensive or tight, protected or guarded, invitation to place a hand or hands on those parts or part, and send breath into your hands to allow that breath to transfer from your hands into that part. Letting that part know that it is safe, and it's okay to lean in. Still focusing on those inhales of sending that breath down into the body. And now, can you actually feel that breath reaching into those parts of the body? The body can start to maybe feel more open now, more accepting of that resistance. That's it. Now in a moment, after your next complete round of breath, I invite you to take a nice big inhale in and hold your breath at the top. And I also invite you to just hold on to that stillness that you've created in that breath hold. Allowing that stillness, the power of that stillness to seep into every part of your body. Feeling that buildup of energy. And when that hold feels complete for you, let it all go with a nice audible sigh. And now transition to that halo active with the inhale in the nose and exhale through the mouth, bringing in a little sound, whether that's an audible sigh, whether it's a growl or a scream, you get to decide. But start to bring in more energy, more activation, but also balancing at the same time. That's it. That's it. Bringing in That sound allows you to make space in your throat. And starting to create space in your throat, let yourself lean in and hear your voice as you exhale. If you've been resistant to speaking your truth, to saying what's really on your mind, bring that out now through the breath. Hear your own voice in that exhale. Your voice is powerful. It is meaningful. And just notice that part of you that might be that resistant part to speaking up. Send that part of you breath. Send that part of you the energy of the exhale. And bring that part with you. Look at that part. Send breath to that part. And again, place hands on the body that may need some support. That could be your throat. A nice gentle placement of a hand. Could be on the belly. Could be on the heart center. Just continue to breathe. Starting to move, starting to wiggle loose that resistance. You're starting to feel space. You're starting to feel movement. And by sending or placing a hand on those parts, you're sending a message that it's safe to breathe. It's safe to feel. You've acknowledged that resistance, and it's changed. Maybe it now feels different. That's it. Stay with your breath. Stay with yourself. And as you're breathing, notice the rhythm and the expression of your breath. And notice the texture of your breath. That's it. And again, after your next complete round of breath, invitation to take a nice big inhale in and hold the breath at the top. Allow, again, that stillness to hold you. Allow yourself to lean in to that energy that you're creating in your body. That space you're creating. Drop your shoulders if you feel yourself tensing up. That's it. That's it. Notice all that energy coming up. Again, that silence. Leaning into that hold in the space. And when that hold feels complete for you, let it go with an audible sigh. Let it all go. And then bring yourself back into that halo active breath. The inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. With an invitation, if it feels right for you, to deepen that breath, which could be a deeper inhale and an elongated exhale, or it could look like maybe a little bit quicker speed. You get to decide. What does your body need right now? Maybe you kind of feel that resistance has moved enough. But now it's time to move it out. And as you exhale, I want you to see yourself standing in a white light. That light is warm and it's safe and it's wrapping you in its embrace. Feel that warmth from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And stay with that breath. That's it. And feel the warmth in your breath as you're breathing in. And feel the warmth of that breath in your nose as it swirls in and goes down into your lungs. And as you exhale, feel the warmth of that breath going into that light around you and making that light brighter and brighter with every breath. Breath by breath and moment by moment, you're moving that resistance now. You're letting it free. You're letting it go. If your body needs to move your hands, you can shake your hands, you can rock your hips. Staying connected with your breath. Let the body lead now. What does it need? And as you move into the last few moments of this session, and you're in your breath, I want you to take notice of how your body now feels. What has shifted? What has changed? Maybe your body feels lighter. Maybe that resistance feels lighter. Give that resistance now permission to move through you. And notice how the sensations change when you give the energy permission to move versus ignoring the energy trying to move. Starting to feel that movement now, even more of that emotion. Allowing yourself to even expand into it. You may even feel like opening your heart. That's it. Letting that body continue to open up to the breath. Allowing that light around you to get brighter. You are safe to breathe. You are safe to feel. You are safe to allow. You are safe to expand. That's it. Last few rounds of your halo active breath. Move it through. Move that energy. Move your body. Let it go. That's it. You got it. Maybe your body now feels electric. Maybe it totally feels alive. Keep sending that breath into the body. That's it. Now one more time. After that next complete round of breath, take a nice big inhale in and hold it at the top. See yourself standing in that light. Feel the power that your breath has created for you. knowing that you invited in, you connected with, and you released resistance. Your breath is always available to you. And when that hold feels complete, let it go with one last big audible exhale. And once you've completed that exhale, release that breath pattern altogether and drop back into your natural breath. Now, as you start to integrate what you just experienced, connecting back with that natural breath, and notice what's different. Notice how your body feels now, how it felt to acknowledge resistance and hear a message and move it through. And just let yourself be still. And just continue to breathe your natural breath. An invitation now to start to connect back to the surface beneath you. Start to invite some gentle movement back into your body. Wiggling fingers and toes, stretching. Allowing that natural breath to lead the way. And when it feels right for you, you can open your eyes. It may not be now, maybe you choose to lay there for a little while. You get to decide. And be kind to yourself the rest of the day or evening, wherever you are. Eat some nourishing food. Drink some nice cool water. Go outside, put your feet in the grass. Ground yourself. And most of all, thank yourself for showing up today. You did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again.
If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to share with a friend so that they can enjoy the gift that breathwork is as well. And if you have any questions, requests for future episodes, or just want to tag us in your stories and share, which we would love, you can tag me and find me on Instagram at The Embodied Baddie. And if the mood strikes you, please write a review. We absolutely love getting reviews, and it really helps not only us, but other people make the decision on whether or not to try this podcast. Thanks again.